So I work for a very data-driven company, and one of the things that has sort of come down in recent years is go and get some data that you know and create yourself a dashboard. So I've got some data that I know, and that's Violet's admissions to hospital and her treatment over the last 490 days. Um, and I've just mashed it up and created a little bit of a report and dashboard of what her treatment looks like. It's not an emotional view, it's just like the raw numbers. But I must say I'm pretty impressed. It's like I can click on things here and sort of see, all the details about chemotherapy. I can see the nights, and then down here I can see what those individual stays look like. I can see that chemotherapy started 481 days ago, but the overall treatment started 490. I can click on surgery, and I can see that surgery was actually 1 year ago today. So goodbye, Mr. Weed. Was one admission in hospital for 6 nights, which is interesting. I can also click over here, which is not necessarily the nights in hospital, but the amount of time that was in each stage or phase. I gave them phases and stages. So we've got induction, consolidation, maintenance, and what I call monitoring as well. But if I click on, say, radiotherapy, there wasn't a hospital stay, so we can't see anything down here or over here. There's no admission, but we can see that it appears in this bubble map there. And also sort of click on chemo 6 and see that there was actually 2 admissions there. It's quite interactive that I can click on any part and then it sort of shows me different parts about it. So we can see up here that chemo 5 was actually 5.6% of her overall treatment, which is pretty cool. In this next page, I've got a timeline, so we can see similar chart that was in that bottom right hand corner, but it gives me a timeline, so we can sort of go and relive the numbers if we want to sort of see over time. This is what Violet's treatment looked like, what each of her hospital stays and restaging scans and all those bits and pieces look like. So it's a different way of visualizing those things. And this last one, I've sort of pulled out a little bit more of the data down the bottom, and I can sort of then click through and see details about an individual visit, or I could just click and say, show me all the chemotherapy, and I've sort of written a little bit more of the notes about what drugs she was on at those points in time, similarly with immunotherapy. But yeah, I must say it's a pretty simple tool to use to be able to just grab, some data. This was just sitting in Excel. There was a couple of tables that I pulled in and then created a little bit of relationship between them and created this pretty cool looking dashboard.